Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to the awesomeness of Cynthia, Sean, and Xtina, Darlene, Greg, Irene, and everybody in Asteroid Fight Club. I am now within $378 of hitting my THORnews November 2021 fundraiser goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Hey, if you were down south, here comes the wetness. I'm talking water. Yep, rain. But everybody should be able to handle it. It is British Columbia, parts of Canada, and Washington that I'm kind of worried about, because here comes atmospheric river number 2 of 3, and it is going to bring some heavy rain to some hard-hit areas. So be ready. I am pro-vaccine choice, but I'm letting you guys know that I got my 3rd Moderna booster shot today at noon. And then we'll see what happens after that. And for the people who think vaccines are evil, the name of the new coronavirus strain variant is Omicron, which is a lot of those letters are in Necronomicon. And if you take out Omicron out of Necronomicon, you get Neocon, so that's weird. Okay. There are 3 sunspots on the sun right now. I'm one of the few people who thinks that 2022 will actually be better than 2020, but that would be in the spring, and we've kind of known all year long that the end of November through February or March would be wild and crazy, but I think you and I are going to survive. Yeah, we are in eclipse season. We have our solar eclipse coming up, and it's total, buddy. And the final eclipse in Sagittarius, it'll be visible over Antarctica, and that will be on December 4th. And so, it's going to remain weird. So try and stay cool and keep a sense of humor if you can, man. Check this out. USA SATCOM, the sun at 284A from GO 17 over a few hours this afternoon. Is this correct? If it is, man, it's cool. Hey, you got a clipper system, which will bring widespread snow to lower Michigan into portions of Indiana and Ohio today. The bulk of the snow moves into the Northeast Sunday and Monday. So yeah, in the USA, the last week or two, the weather's been kind of boring, in my opinion. You don't have to share the same opinion as me. That is okay. But it may be starting to get interesting in the future. And remember, after a total solar eclipse where the moon blocks out part of the light on Earth, we always look for a big storm about 5 days after. So we'll be on the lookout for a big storm right around the 9th. Where exactly? Nobody knows. But here's your clipper system. And then here's parts of the remnants of that atmospheric river. And then here is the rain that is moving over Texas now and will continue to the east. Ontario townies will be getting some of their first snowfall of the season for many locales, and that will likely impact road conditions. The United Kingdom has been getting smacked in the face with a pretty nasty storm called Arwen. Here, it is hoying it down. I mean, I don't know, you'll have to take your UK English translator to figure out what hoying it means, I guess. Shout out to all my Pacific Northwest people. Here it comes. It is freezing cold in Lapland, Scandinavia. Though the irony is, if you were laying in my lap, you would probably be warmer. Although that was a weird joke. If it bothered you, please disregard it. No one has laid in my lap in years. Okay, great. But yeah, it's freezing, bro, in Scandinavia. Wolverine is going to fight the Buckeye, I guess. Is that what his name is? My money's on Wolverine. Yes, Storm Chaser Malik in Oklahoma City. We are saying that there is the slightest bit of hope for a big plunge of cold air. But models have been really wonky. But definitely, we're like 3.5 days away from meteorological winter. So read into that as you will. How about some gravity waves for your face? Wow, what a great day for mountain wave clouds on that cold, shallow northwest flow over the Appalachians and Allegheny Plateau, says Tom Nizilo. Scott Duncan is saying snow is expected in effectively all European countries in the coming days. That's a bold statement, Scotty. Ice, ice, baby, in Slick, Pennsylvania. Drive safe. Cyber attackers have been attacking just about everybody. IKEA is battling an ongoing cyber attack targeting their internal mailboxes and then phishing all the people who work with IKEA. It's a weird world, man. A lot of humanity has grown cold, especially in Sweden, where it was almost negative 35 degrees Celsius last night. Hey, dude, they gave a giant pumpkin to some bears in the Netherlands, and they cut a hole in it, and we're like, hey, you guys go play. And the bears were like, oh my God, this giant pumpkin is like the coolest thing ever. You can play on it, and you can eat it. And just, okay. This expensive Ginny Weasley doll looks like your tiny daughter is home from college and ready to ruin Thanksgiving. I don't know why that made me laugh. Hey, man, I'll take the laughs where I can get them. Energetically, the last week was flipping horrible. Technically, I don't know. All right, Noel Brower, hoping for pattern change, but next week it looks awfully dry and anomalously warm with ridging over the western half of the country. So it's like the hot side is hot, cold side is cold, and it'll kind of be like that with some pattern changes. Rob Maeda letting us know that he and a lot of people are concerned about the amount of rainfall that is headed to the Pacific Northwest through the first total week of December. California is definitely dry, but up here it is going to be too wet. If I understand this correctly, a metaverse land or somewhere just sold for 550 Ether, which is like $2.5 million, or was at the time. And so digital land just sold for $2.5 million. I still think it is kind of a money laundering depreciation thing, because like if you then resell your land for $1, then you get to write off $2.4 million in losses. And a lot of our economy is based on businesses not showing profit, but depreciating their assets. We can talk about that some other time, though. Here, Andrew Wolfeck is suggesting the roller coaster pattern continues in the east, while people in the west, to deal with the heat, should wake and bake. Did I read that correctly? Yeah, so notice how the heat will kind of stay down here, and then the cold air will try to push in. And so we'll have periods of like, it's cold, it's hotter than it should be. It's cold, it's hotter than it should be. That's my guess. Peter Vogel drawing an arrow on Atmospheric River 2 of number 3. So you got another one coming after this one. But yeah, this is a pretty long one. I think my body's already starting to act weird. Chris Martz saying the models don't have a damn clue and that they've been very volatile. Yeah, so right now, through the 2nd and 6th of December, they're guessing this year is going to be above temperature. This is going to be near normal. This is going to be above temperature. But if you are in Florida or Alaska, it'll be below the average temperature. The storm Arwen in the United Kingdom is a red flag event, which is pretty rare for them. It's a blizzard. Yeah, we were talking actual red warning with blizzard conditions of snow and wind of up to 80 to 90 miles per hour. Strange Sounds is saying, hey, the largest deep ocean volcanic eruption of the past century was almost missed by everybody on Earth. Oh, okay. And I've been tracking Storm Arwen for like 2 weeks because look how it does the dipsy-do. And so the whole time I was like, that dipsy-do is weird. Because now it goes to the east side of the United Kingdom and then goes down and will punch other parts of Europe, which I was like, that just seems weird. So yeah, it seems like a weird storm. And unfortunately, I think lives have been lost. So that is not good news. But yeah, so then that storm will move into France and Brussels and bring some pretty heavy winds in some areas up to 100 kilometers. It's a pretty nasty storm, even by over the pond standards, in my opinion. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion. Have I mentioned that? Okay, great. So yeah, right now, Washington, British Columbia, and parts of Europe are getting the big blows from all the wild weather wacky. Yeah, y'all, it is a pretty weird, wild, wacky world that we are going through right now. And there are going to be some parts of winter that'll be dark and it'll feel like the world is ending. But, we've made it through a lot and we are mentally and emotionally tougher than we've ever been. Am I right? Although I had a bad mental health day for like 2 days, like 3 days ago, which was weird. I'm not used to those. I made it through though. And I want to say again, in 2014, when I started calling myself Planetary Defense Commander, which seemed like an odd move, we didn't have any missions to the moon. We didn't have any missions to Venus. We didn't have a Space Force. And we sure as heck didn't have our first official planetary defense mission, DART, which is now headed out to an asteroid. So I think we've done some good work, Asteroid Fight Club, and that I'm extremely proud of. Yeah, challenging times make us all tougher. I'd like us all to become funnier, because I think since 2012, we've all gotten a whole lot tougher. But what we need to work on now is our sense of humor and relighting the shine within our hearts. But yeah, the volcano situation is definitely wacky. This is... Oh, and so my buddy and I went and saw the Eternals. I don't know if you watched the MCU. And the weird thing is for all their volcano scenes, they filmed them in the Canary Islands before all the Canary Island volcanoes were erupting. And I was like, that is strange. So yeah, the two doozy storms, Storm Arwen and the one going into British Columbia, which is unnamed, definitely going to do some damage and blow some hats off. So stay alive. Okay. In sad news, Mr. Gox, the crypto investing hamster that rivaled Warren Buffett, has died. He's probably partying in hell now with Grumpy Cat. Keith Strong, the snake, a long sinuous filament has formed on the sun. The dark area across the top image, it reminded me of a snake. Dotted line. Often you see random strange shapes in solar features. Faces are common, so are triangles. However, if all of it erupts, unlikely it will produce a massive CME. And I know there are people out there who like to find doom and negativity in everything, so here you go. Maybe we will get destroyed by a giant snake filament. I don't think so, though. I think we're going to make it, man. And like I said, it's been my prediction that things will get better in the spring of 2022. We just have to make it there together with your soul and your sense of humor intact. That will be the hard part. All right. I want you to have a wonderful day. I may try to make a couple videos today. We'll see, though. I have been feeling weird the last week. And somehow, if I do die over the next few days, please know that I loved you and I gave my all to train you properly, Asteroid Fight Club. It's always darkest and coldest before the dawn. But yeah, Arwen is pretty extraordinary. But we live in extraordinary times, and it is a dangerous situation for Scotland and northeast England, and then it'll continue to move down into Europe. So everybody stay cool. I will be doing my best to bring you guys information like I do. Okay? But I don't know, tomorrow I may just be sleeping in. We'll see. I'll keep you updated, okay? God bless everyone. And sure, yeah, if you want to contribute to THORnews to get me over the hump for November, it would be greatly appreciated. Okie dokie. God bless everyone. Stay cool. I'll talk to y'all in the near future.